You are staring down a heavy 500-page nonfiction book. Before you even crack the spine, you face a very practical question. Is reading this going to be worth your time? You can answer that in exactly 15 minutes. The technique is called systematic skimming. It is a targeted extraction process that strips a text down to its structural skeleton before you commit to reading it completely. To see how this works, go grab a nonfiction book you haven't read yet. We are going to put it through a 6-step stress test. Before we begin, we have to establish one rule for superficial reading. You must keep moving. If you hit a confusing concept or a word you do not know, do not stop to look it up. Push right past it. This requires unlearning the line-by-line, exhaustive reading habits drilled into us during high school. Shedding the guilt of skipping pages allows you to evaluate a book's true worth before you commit hours of your life to it. Step 1 is examining the title page, the preface, and the subtitles. These are the signal flags the author waves to tell you exactly what angle they are taking on the subject. This diagram illustrates how you pigeonhole the book right away. You must decide if the material is theoretical, meaning it shares knowledge, or practical, meaning it teaches you how to do something. Great authors will save you the guesswork. Albert Einstein explicitly categorized his popular physics books right in the preface, warning readers that the material required a completely different approach than a novel. Step 2 takes us to the table of contents. You should read this exactly as you would read a roadmap before taking a trip. View the table of contents as the author's logical argument, providing an outline of every major point they intend to make. Defining the category and mapping out this structure first builds a mental scaffolding. Later, when the author introduces dense facts, you will know exactly where those pieces fit without getting lost in the micro details. For step 3, turn to the back of the book. Scan the index to make a quick estimate of the exact range of topics covered. This index page shows how to spot the book's core vocabulary. Look for the terms with the highest density of citations. Reading those heavily cited pages often reveals the exact crux of the entire book. Step 4 brings us back to the cover. Read the publisher's blurb on the inside flaps of the dust jacket. While it is easy to dismiss these flaps as marketing puffery, authors frequently write these blurbs themselves to state their main thesis clearly. Between the keywords you extracted from the index and the author's self-written summary, you now have the exact lens required to read the rest of the text. Now we begin step 5. Using your table of contents map and your vocabulary from the index, identify the pivotal chapters. Maintain strict boundaries when inspecting these chapters. Read only the opening paragraphs, scan for any summary statements at the end, and stop. Step 6 is the dip and sweep. Thumb through the entire book, reading a random paragraph or two at a time, but never more. Keep the pace fast to pick up the basic pulse beat of the material. As you conclude this sweep, you must stop to read the final pages of the main text, or the epilogue. Authors almost never resist the temptation to sum up their entire thesis at the very end of the book. This targeted sampling confirms whether the author actually delivers on the promises they made in the preface and the blurb. Close the book. Run a quick mental check of the work you just did. You should now be able to answer 2 questions. What is this book about, and what kind of book is it? This transparency reveals a structured blueprint of the author's work. Based on this framework, you can make a decision. Does the book get shelved, or does it deserve the time required for a deep, analytical read? Applying a systematic skim helps you identify if a book is worth a deeper commitment before you invest hours of your life into it.